are listening. Our station seeks able residents who believe in progressive talking people of diverse culture. Citizen FM. We are more than just a radio station. We are a part of
women concerns among political and meanwhile statistics indicates that the number of women elected to the National Assembly in 2023 is the lowest since 2003 when 24 women were elected. In 2007 general elections, it produced the highest number of women in the National Assembly with 34 elected. The second lowest number was recorded in 2011 and repeated in 2015 elections with 29 women. In 2023 National Assembly elections held on February the 25th, 11 women ran for the Senate seat, while 35 ran for the seat in the House of Representatives. At the end of the elections, the 10th National Assembly recorded 14 female members in the lower chamber and 3 in the upper chamber. It is interesting to note that while 7 of the 14 female representatives are returning to the House, the 3 senators are newcomers. So this is just the statistics to put in perspective our discussion. Our focus on insight. I have in the studio Dr. Mary Dele Anini. Welcome to Insights, ma'am.
Thank you very much.
Well, Dr. Anini is the United States. Dr. Mary Abbott, the APC National Chairman. She has assumed this role across all 36 states in Nigeria, including the FCT. She has established Sisters to Sisters worldwide in 2015, operating across multiple countries such as the USA. Our colleagues and team are up to the task of providing insight. So once again, welcome to Insight, madam.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me.
All right, at the 10:30 mark, we will open the phone lines. But for now, we need to have a very robust interaction. When you were listening to the intro, should we still?
Yeah, thank you. Would assume that by now we would have climbed that staircase to ensure that we have more women representation at the type of women in politics, and we need to represent. Sometimes when we look at that, how do we get more women to represent us? For example, you were just mentioning the figures at the lower chamber and at the higher chamber. So in order for us to get there, we need to go back to the foundation. We need to go back to the grassroots. If we're talking about politics, we need to go back to the grassroots and start preparing our women for governance. We don't have those women to bring out because the foundation has not been laid correctly. Now, in order for us to do that, we need to look at a lot of areas. There are a lot of areas, we must look at things like stigmatization. We must look at things like cultural differences. What are those barriers that are there that stop women at the grassroots, at the foundation? So in order for us to get them to the top, we need to tackle those barriers. We need to tackle those differences, cultural differences, religious differences differently. So we need to do things differently at the grassroots. And I'm sure that by the time we start tackling those things, then things will begin to change. It's a systematic thing. It's something that we need to question. If we have political to attend this meeting, we have all these honestly interested in politics, married women, which needs these meetings. From the family perspective, you put meetings at the time where the woman needs to do school runs. Then it's a matter of choice. Do I do my school runs, or do I need to go to meeting at that very particular time? These are things that affect women at the grassroots. So in order for us to ensure that these women don't fall through the trap and don't just slip away, we need to look at tackling the real issues with our those then.
You are a woman. I think are the practical steps as someone who has an hands-on situation. What are the practical steps women can can adopt?
The practical some steps that we've been able to overcome them. Now, so if for those of us that have husbands in part of world meeting at so and so time, see, because he's a politician, he will understand that you have to attend that meeting. But if we look at women that don't have their husbands as politicians, how will we them? So we don't want politics to marriages and so on and so forth. So we say that we extra strength, extra courage in order for you, all the gender, to do the things that they want to do. And if we can just tell their wives, for women to be able to achieve what they need to achieve in politics, we need to support. We need to put a support mechanism in place for them to be able to achieve. And one of those support mechanisms is what I've just mentioned. Well, why do we need to put meetings at odd hours? Why do we need to put meetings when you know that the woman does not have the time to go there? Why? So it's all the things that we need to tackle. And tackling the...
Joining us, it's still Insights on Citizen FM 93, who is the National Women Leader of the All Progressives Congress. Alright, Madam, and remember that the last time they did the rejection of the gender bills. Now the process is on now. What are you putting into works with other groups of like minds, women groups and others, to make sure that this...
With regards to the fighting for such a long time come into place, countries like Rwanda that have been able to close that gender gap for themselves. You know, Tanzania looking at 80.9%, Rwanda doing the same thing. It is possible. It's something that can be achieved. The reason why I'm talking about Tanzania and Rwanda is because they are African countries. Tanzania and Rwanda, these are African. If we look at us even, because I'm a woman of faith again, and I believe that we can achieve this 35% affirmation. So we as my gender, we need to seriously be fighting for. I thought that we still need to get our women the office idea, which is for local government, one political awareness, if you wish, how to politic. Even from 18 years, if we don't do that, if we don't, when they look at those stigmatization, their father will say, oh, my English just fall back. So the idea of this, show them what politics is, get mentors. When we are to mentor these young ladies in state, I think I've had the opportunity of speaking with some of our female deputy governors, and they are on board on this, to come and mentor these girls. You know, tell them it doesn't matter what people say, believe in yourself, that this current government, when this bill is passed, we have the ladies, the gender, ready to take over the baton from us.
Okay, talking about what your government is doing, I'm glad you brought that. APC has been very concerned about being on trying to remedy this. On your own part, as the political parties doing at the political level?
In our country, the Stand Cell Child and so on and so forth, Red Cross, these are NGOs that are actively involved in supporting governance, in ensuring that what they believe in comes into play. What am I talking about? I'm talking about the likes of, for example, if I say Macmillan, Save the Girl Child, there are a lot of all these non-governmental organizations who has been functioning for the past 9 years. I think this year will be 10 years that the NGO has been in. So why did I even start such an NGO? I looked at it and I said, how do we support our women ground? Growing up as a girl child, you think that if I'm the one I was growing up. So, and that is how I think it's up to, have just fight to ensure that we empower the girl child as well, because it's that girl child that is going to grow up to become the woman. So when we are in this in the 21st century, so you're able to write. So we as an NGO needs to do more. The government, on the other hand, needs to support the non-governmental organization like they do abroad. The non-governmental organization are supported, they are encouraged, they are empowered to go out there and empower the girl child. Because if you empower the support group, these people are out there. Nigeria has been blessed with population, and one person cannot do it all. So we need to empower all these individual organizations.
All right, it's still Insights on Citizen FM 93.7, and we've been having Visit National. We'll continue. Please don't go away.
The issues and what someone without honestly, the passion. You must have natural phone is always the same. There is always an opportunity. Be part of the experience. My joy is your joy.
Well, thank you for staying tuned, Dr. Mary. Thank you, madam. You're
because in a room full not to be heard at all, put in double effort to want twice as qualities. One thing, statistics as that they are the highest winners that women will be there. So how do you come up higher? How do how can we echo our voice together? So I think the most difficult thing is being in that room, ensuring that you're...
Well, there's also the narrative. Is this a myth?
We've been made to believe that women don't support women. One of the barriers against women in politics that must be economically, how do they? So it becomes that, testing for a position don't have that amount of women goes to the other side. And then the mates now start saying that, women don't support women. But if women are empowered economically, if they know what to do, they know what to do. Women in